I'm here. Just trying to just stretch out my bod. All right. This lighting looks terrible. I am going to say that right now. It looks like I don't really look too good here, but oh well. That's a song for another day. April Fool's setup. No, I was just doing something else. Anyways, so I have a billion April Fool's things that I could do today. But the problem is, yeah, hold on. I'll tell you, Simon. The problem is, if you make jokes anymore, people can't take jokes. So what happens is they take it seriously and their brains melt. And then there's like backlash, or people leave, or they quit because they can't take a joke. Because taking jokes is not allowed in 2022 anymore. You cannot make jokes. So no jokes. April Fool's Day is canceled here on the morning show. I just canceled a holiday. You can't cancel a holiday. Keep it up and you'll lose New Year's too. Anybody can name the show? Go for it. So now that we have established that April Fool's Day is canceled on the morning show, let's see what we have in the news. You look 5 years younger today. Oh, where's the dollar? So the dollar is downstairs. I just haven't taken the time to mount it yet. I'm in a new studio. The office. Very good, Alejandro. Yeah, so unemployment rate drops to 3.6%. K. Come over here. Y charts, U6, underemployment number. We still don't have the updated number, but the underemployment, what was this nonsense that they tell you? 3.6%. That's because nobody's looking for a freaking job anymore. Come over and look at the U6 number, 7.6%, and as of the end of last month. So tomorrow we will see the real number that will come out, that came out this morning, and that'll adjust the U6. Then it'll give us a real statistically correct number. The long-term average is 10.39%, but look back at this. April, this was during the COVID, the height of it, 22.4%. If you believe this number, I own a piece of the Sears Tower. I want to send you that. I want to sell you a piece of it. So I don't really have any news today because there's not a lot of news out there, but I found this story rather interesting. Why isn't anybody talking about this? Why isn't the market crashing? What's going on here? Ukraine strikes military. I thought we were signing peace treaties. Ukraine strikes Russian military depot, Russia says. Ukraine on Friday, today, attacked using helicopters, a low-flying pre-dawn raid on Russian territory. And the pictures are not here, but it looked pretty fiery. So, was there any pictures down here? No. But I just find it interesting that the war is allegedly the cause of all the issues in the market for the past week or whatever, past month, whatever we want to call it. But it's still happening. So why isn't the market feeling it? Somebody explain that to me, please. I would really like to hear that. This was another interesting story. The underemployment rate, that's a good April Fool's joke. The Fed has finally begun raising rates. Here's when they will start to cut. So the thing that I take away from this is the new normal. If this is accurate, this is an opinion piece. But if this is accurate, this is the new normal. Markets are already forecasting that the central banks will begin cutting rates to cool when the economy cools down. Prices in the futures market indicate that the Fed will cut rates in late 2024, sending the Fed funds rate down to 2.25 from a high of 2.75, which will happen in early 2024, the equivalent of 2 quarter-point cuts from the expected peak. Once the economy is weak enough for inflation to come down, the Fed would shift its focus to cutting rates as it seeks to make sure as people have as many jobs as possible. It's a new normal, I guess. So the new normal is let's keep interest rates around zero. So basically what they want to do, in my opinion, is take a page right out of Japan's book, which Japan has been flossing for the past 30 plus years, and we'll just do that. Chess goals. April 1st news, inflation is going down. Well, that's a mic drop comment. It's transitory. Eurozone inflation hits another record, raising pressures on the ECB. Eurozone inflation has hit 7.5% in March, hitting another record high with months left before it is set to peak. So everybody's getting hit with all of these inflation numbers, and we got nothing. We got a quarter point base point hikes, at least here in the United States. Although energy was the chief culprit of inflation in food prices, services, and durable goods, all came above the ECB's 2% target. Oh, isn't that adorable? Further proof that wouldn't you think that they would, at this point, they would try to adjust their target prices? Maybe say, hey, we're going to get this to 4% by the mid 2023, something like that. No, let's just keep sitting at 2%. These people are outside their minds. Further proof that price growth is increasingly broad and not merely a reflection of expensive oil. Speaking of oil, this is the dumbest story I've read. The White House says the Strategic Petroleum Reserve release could cut gas prices 10 to 35 cents per gallon. The person that was here yesterday that told me that how much taxes per gallon there are, whoever that was, please tell me what it was like. It was like 10 to 24 cents a gallon, depending on what type of gasoline you get, if you cut taxes. Instead of releasing the reserves, why don't you just cut the frickin' taxes? Just print money to make up for it. You're going to do it anyways. They're going to print money to give it to people. They want to pass a bipartisan bill in Congress to print money and give it out as stimulus. Now I'm getting a little fired up. All right, calm down. They want to pass a congressional bill to print money, give it out as stimulus, add on to the current debts that we have so that people can afford their gasoline. 18 cents unleaded, 24 cents for diesel. That's correct. Why don't you just cut the taxes? Even if it's a temporary cut of taxes, it's better than accruing even more debt and stimulus. Just cut the taxes. You're going to print the money anyways. Taxes don't even matter in this country anymore. I almost swore. Just print your way to prosperity. This makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. But what? It's like I'm talking to a brick wall here. All right. Maybe if I switch my glasses, I'll feel better. The president said on Thursday, Whether he knows he said it or not is a different story. Daily release of 1 million barrels of oil from the country's reserves for the next 6 months as a way to bring down prices that have been breaking records recently. The release could make gas prices come down between 10 and 35 cents a gallon. It's the country's largest ever release of oil reserves. Awesome, the White House said, and it could ultimately mean that 180 million extra barrels of oil could be released into the market through early fall. Awesome. Andrew Lippo, president of Lippo Oil and Associates, a Houston, Texas-based consulting firm. He said, what did he say? Even with nearly 90 million barrels already released from the reserve since July of 2020, gas prices have only gone up. This is not going to stop it. OPEC is still doing what they're doing. They're still putting out 432,000 a day. So I don't even know. I can't read gas prices. I can't read this stuff. This government, right and left, are so incompetent and stupid. I literally cannot take it anymore. The number's right there. This person just did a quick Google search. Just Google search it. I don't even remember what it was. It's cutting 18 to 24 cents. Well, why don't you just cut the taxes? I don't understand this printing and accruing debt, and then they talk about how they're going to lower the debt by starting to do this and that. It's bullshit. That's what it is. I'm sorry for swearing, but it's total bullshit. God, F these people. And then you have this other brilliant man, Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer says that the market will find a bottom. Look at this. Speaking of bottoms, I got to show you something. Where's that thing? Jim Cramer. Here we go. Look at this. This was Jim Cramer from 9:12 p.m. on January 3rd. This was the first day of the market of 2022. And blow this up. Let's go to it. January 3rd, right here. January 3rd, intraday high of opened at $605. Intraday high of $609.99. He told you to buy. Today it's at $375 and it hit a low of $329. This is what the media is made up of today. This is exactly what the media is made up of today. Scam artists. Jim Cramer says we'll find a bot. I'm not reading this story. Screw this guy. All right, what else? I'm going to get to some of your comments because I can't take it anymore. I'm going to lose it. And it's not going to be nice. All right. Let's scroll up. God almighty. Trader Mo, we have 130% tax on fuel over here. That's in, I can't remember the country. It's not Ireland. PP just said it. All right. Come on, software. Work. Why don't they just send interest rates and let everything come into equilibrium? Because they'll crash the market and they're too much of fraud and con artists to do anything like that, because they would not want to crash the market. They just got to keep artificially pumping this over and over and over and go from there. Chicago mayor is handing out $50,000 of gas cards, $150 each. Yeah, that Mayor Lightfoot, more like Mayor Lightweight. She's an idiot. Maryland dropped their fuel tax. That's actually quite surprising. I heard that futures is super profitable. Thoughts versus options. Futures are profitable if you know how to play them. Why no stimulus or gas stimulus in Europe? Because they're not communists like us. Removing taxes, lessening government power. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Remember your pressure points. I don't know where they are, MJ. We use more than 50 million barrels each day. This is nothing but a useless headline. You got that right, Aaron. Totally a useless headline, except you're just all you're doing is just depleting our oil reserves. What's dumb is they'll have to refill the reserves later at a much higher price. Amen to that. Midterm elections. It doesn't matter. Both sides are stupid. This whole giving out money thing is completely bipartisan. After 6 months, run out of gas recession. Yep. Mo's angry, and his next story is Jim Cramer. I can't do that one. I just can't. Meet Kevin just announced he's running for president. It's better than this. It doesn't matter. How dare we speak logic? Touche. Holly, somebody just wants Baba. Somebody just wants me to review Baba. There's always a bull market somewhere. That's true. Mo, okay, this is probably going to be a comment. A funny comment. With a crisis in Ukraine and the West cutting off Russia, both major oil suppliers, now is a perfect time for the U.S. to deplete reserves. Come on, man. Less government vote gold. Hey, I like the gold stuff. Jim Cramer said Roblox, buy Roblox on December 7th. It was at $115. Now it's at 43 bucks. Unbelievable. What else do you have? All right, guys, ask me some. Let's see. Ask me some questions, and maybe I could teach something. I don't know. Maybe we could teach something here. Who knows? Thoughts on tobacco. You know, the tobacco stuff is quite interesting right now because it's probably big in the news because Walmart said they were going to get rid of it. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. Listen, big tobacco is always going to be under the microscope. But remember how big the lobby group is for big tobacco. Not only that, think about the taxes that are collected on big tobacco. It ain't going away. Trust me. It ain't going away. Oh, let's see. Baba. What did you say about Baba going to 56? I said 58, but let's make a bet if they do that or not. I'd be happy to. I mean, just because the price is up doesn't mean that it's not going to come down. Here, let me just show you. I mean, if you think that this is the new standard for the market, then God bless you. I mean, it's very apparent that Alibaba is just as susceptible, as is Facebook, as is Apple, as is everybody, to market volatility. This was all the market volatility that we faced before we had this absurd run. I could see it. I mean, the next support level is 86, then 78, then 58. If it goes to 58, cool. If it doesn't go to 58, I don't really care. I'm just telling you where support level is. If you want to make a bet, sure. It's not like I'm excited for it to happen. I don't really care if it happens or not. I'm just telling you where it is. And I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to those levels because when the market gets hit, Alibaba is going to get hit with the rest of it. There you go. Watch check. What are you wearing? I am not wearing a watch, to be honest with you. I didn't put a watch on today. What else do we have? Can we check Marvel? Yeah, I'll run through Marvel. Walgreens will stop selling tobacco. CEO said as much. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Who goes to a gas station? I mean, who goes and buys their cigarettes at Walgreens? That's a weird flex. Just go to the Shell. Go do something. I mean, what are you doing? That's weird. Weed is better than tobacco. Hey, whatever you're into. I don't even think retailers make money selling cigarettes. That's probably true. Jim Cramer said Baba will not go under 100. Okay, well, the person... okay, I don't want to butcher this name. Oh, shoot. I can't pronounce your first name. Junan? Evan Chen. I can't pronounce your first name. I apologize. But Jim Cramer just said Baba will not go under 100, so you're on. You're on. Mo's going to feel dumb when Tesla announces their oil drilling division. Elon Musk is the one that came out and said we need to drill. Cramer does dislike Intel. That's why I'm buying Intel. I wanted it 58. Mo got a Rolly on for sure. I don't have a watch on. I got nothing. I got no watches on. Okay, what else do we have? Mo is 100% a spy in his retirement accounts. That would be correct. When does Walgreens report? Walgreens reported earlier this week. All right, how does the current market being affected by the tax season harvesting, selling, pay tax? So the whole tax harvesting thing kind of comes at the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken, because there's a certain date, and I can't remember the certain date. It's like December 15th or something. You have to like execute your sales for the following year's tax harvesting or the current year's tax harvesting, something like that. What did Evan say? Wait, I didn't say anything, Jim Cramer. I don't like that guy. All right. Oh, I am wearing is okay. So if you have an Oculus, if you want to throw your Oculus on and watch me in the metaverse, I am wearing a Rolex in there, but I'm not wearing a Rolex right now. Thank you for clarifying that, Matt Jones. All right. Let's get into some stocks. I'm going to do Square first, and then I'll hit Marvel. So Square, you know, it's funny. After you have a trend that goes from $92 to a high of $148, you would think that would turn your trend, wouldn't you? You would think that would push you into the sweet spot, but no, it certainly hasn't. And I'll show you why. look at the volume over the past 2 weeks. Let's go. Let's start here. Look at the volume over the past 2 weeks. With the exception of this peak, you have not had average volume. You barely touched average volume a couple days ago. Maybe that was Tuesday or something. But listen, if you want to wait and get this in the sweet spot, go for it. But with this type of volume, you're not breaking through any major moving averages, especially these two right here. So this thing will certainly come down. If I was me, man, I might short this thing from a swing trading perspective and see if I can get this down. Now, remember, Square's a very, very volatile stock, so be careful with that one. Marvel, any thoughts on Russia pegging the ruble to gold? No, I don't really have any thoughts on it. Can you touch on how the development of the momentum trade? So the momentum. So I actually have something in my email right now. I'm going to review it today. I just haven't been on a computer since last night. I got it sent over, so I'm going to play with it. I've looked at the data that's been spit out of it. The progress is coming. The progress is certainly coming on the momentum trading. It is. I don't know how far away we are, but it is improving by the week, and we are working hard on it to keep everything on track. Guys, smash the like button for me. That would be wonderful. I would really appreciate that. Oh, by the way, I should break everybody's heart right now. I will not be here next week. Apologize. I'm not going to be in the country, so I'm going to be gone Monday through Friday next week. So you're going to have to, I'll be on. I'll try to do some stuff. Follow me on Instagram. I'll do some Instagram stuff. I could probably do a morning show on Instagram. But just I'm going to Mexico, my house in Mexico, and the internet it's just on and off. That's the problem. It's on and off. It's not that it's bad. It's just hit or miss. And I hate going down there and doing a morning show, and halfway through the show, everything gets screwed up. It just drives me absolutely up the wall. So yeah, but if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll do live shows. If you guys want that, let me know, because I'm up in the morning. I got nothing to do. So here it is, at @TraderMo_EM. I will definitely jump on there and do some live morning shows if you want. I can say, talk about the news, talk about anything you want, at @TraderMo_EM. So if you want that, let me know. All right, Marvel Technology. Let's see what we got. Again, look at this. I'm going to call it $58 to $77.50. Still not in the sweet spot. This is crazy, guys. Look at the volume. You're not going to get through 100-day moving averages with volume like this. I tell you, volume is the energy to a car. Volume is the gasoline to a car. And frankly, none of these stocks can afford the gasoline to the car, and they're stalling out at the 100-day moving average. Like when you try to drive to work and you can't make it there because gas is so expensive. But with that being said, come on. All right. Fine, it's fine. I'll go watch the other Mo, Stock Mo. Mo, Restream is the king. Can we, Tim? I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna ban Tim from this chat. Let's see here. Would you buy shares? Would you sell any of your long-term shares with a chance to buy in lower in the next 1 or 2 months based on the economy? No, I'm really happy with where I'm placed right now. I'm really happy with all the positions that I have right now. And I'm really happy with my cost base. I'm just very happy. I'm in a really good position right now. So I'm happy. Get out of here. Anybody that supports Restream is going to get banned. Just kidding. All right. Restream definitely owns my brain. All right, here we go. So look at this. Here's the last couple of weeks. Let's see what the bottom was. The bottom, we're going to call it, let's call it $90 to be whole numbers. Let's call it 120 as a high. And look where our stochastic is. Again, and reason, look at the volume. Look at the volume. Jeez, oh, Pete. This rally has been cray-cray. It wouldn't be my first time I've been banned from an EM chat. Do I really need a 401k versus a Roth IRA? Right, IRA. Great question. Alejandro. Yeah, you need both. Max out both. So if your employer matches, I don't know, let's say they match 7%. Okay, here's the deal. You get you get $6,000 to max out your IRA per year. Max that out. get $6,000 in there. Do whatever you have to do to get $6,000 into your Roth IRA account. As for your 401k, max that out too. Don't just match your employer. If your employer does a 7% match or something, fine. That's great. But max it out. Put in the, I think it's like $21,500 a year. Whatever it is, try your best to max it out. What if my employer doesn't offer a 401k? Find an employer that does. Find a way to get one. Otherwise, just keep putting it into brokerage accounts and everything. If they don't have one, it doesn't matter. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the best thing in the world. But anybody can have a Roth IRA. Max that out. You have to. It is such a, it's the one thing that the government does that actually helps you in the long run. Okay. Would you rather short PayPal? Would you short PayPal as a swing? Is this PayPal? Yeah. So I would short PayPal as a swing if I get an engulfing candlestick. If you get an engulfing candlestick, your yellow line will move into the sweet spot and you can go ahead and short that. Yes. But make sure that yellow line is in the sweet spot because I don't want it to flip around on you. Does unemployment offer a 401k match? You know what? You could probably print with that could, if you send a tweet of that to Nancy Pelosi and tell her we could just print money to fuel that, all the Republicans would probably jump in there and be like, "Yep, we'll do that. That sounds great. As long as we can print it." OSTK. Send it to Chucky Schumer too. It'll pass the House and the Senate. Then it'll get to the president's desk and they'll just give it to him and he'll just sign the piece of paper. Overstock, beautiful engulfing candlestick yesterday, downside. So if you shorted this yesterday, excellent job. Just do it. If you get it again today, excellent job. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good volume too. Let me zoom into the volume and just show you. Man, these are tiny freaking things. Yeah, look at that. Increasing selling volume. So you were nothing, and then increasing selling volume. I love seeing that. Really good engulfing candlesticks there. To answer Matt Chess Goals' question, no. Riot. So how old is Riot? This is my first question. Oh boy. Option R. Yeah, this is a stock mo stock. Nothing. Spikes up here. Stock mo tells you to buy it, falls right back down. So, Jim Cramer probably told you to buy it here too. I'll give Jim Cramer the benefit of the doubt. He probably told you to buy it here. So, same thing, guys. You have gone from $13 to $23. That is, nearly double. You've nearly doubled the price in a matter of 2 trading weeks, and you're still not in the sweet spot. Think about that. Think about that for a second. Again, low volume. With low volume, you're not going to make it through the 100-day moving average, just like I've told you. So if you want to short this thing from a swing trading perspective, wait for an engulfing candlestick down and go ahead and short it. Make sure red and yellow are in the sweet spot. Zim is on my watch list in the bid and ask. ZIM. Guys, smash the like button. Don't forget. Please do that. What do we have here with Zim? So Zim, I said, as soon as we take out that right there. So if we could just get some movement down, take out that low. As soon as we take out that low, yellow line will be in the sweet spot, and this will be a beautiful long-term short. It'll probably get down to $63 and then somewhere around 57 if that trend continues, which it should based on that volume that's coming in. Mo loves crypto. I absolutely love crypto. Crypto is my favorite. I am telling you right now, the Bitcoin will be at $81 trillion per coin by the end of May. Take it to the bank. Bet your life on it. For those of you that don't understand sarcasm, I'm being sarcastic because 81 trillion is not possible, but it is probable. So, wow, that is a flagpole. That is a flagpole if I've ever seen one. This thing is going to come back down so fast, it's not even funny. Look at this gap that needs to fill here. This thing is going to come flying down. So why is it so cheap? Ambev. Isn't this a part of Anheuser-Busch? This is the Brazilian one, right? Aha, this is the Brazilian one. So guys, look at this. The last time they flagpoled was right here, and look how quickly and hard that came down. It's crazy. Look at this. Flagpole came right down. Flagpole came right down. Flagpole. Can I short this? Does anybody know if you can short this stock? Is this hard to borrow? Somebody please tag me, at least please tag me in the bid and ask and just tell me to make sure I look at ABEV from a shorting perspective. I need to know because this is one of the most obvious shorts I've ever seen in my entire life, and I really hope that I can short it, but I fear I can't because it's $3.25 a share. To be honest with you, I might not even care about the chart. I might just short this if I could just short it just because YOLO. All right. Can you please explain gaps? So what gaps are? Good question. So what gaps are is aftermarket trading. So anything on a so this candlestick right here. Well, let me just explain a candlestick for you and we'll just go over everything. So this is a candlestick. You got multiple kinds of different candlesticks, engulfing candlesticks, doji candlesticks. Then you have candlesticks that have long wicks on them. What do the wicks mean? This is the low of the day. This is the high of the day. Here, this is the high of the day, the low of the day. Here, high of the day, low of the day. A candle is intraday. When you see a gap, let's just say this is where the stock closed. Oh, wait. This is where the stock closed at the end of yesterday. If this opened up here today, that means that the stock opened up higher. And it's easier to see on a 15-minute chart. Let's pull up a 15-minute chart here, see if we can find any gaps. What's the stock that gapped today, guys? What's the stock that gapped today? Let's just start ripping. We're not going to see. Give me a Twitter is going south. TR. No. Any obvious gaps today? It would really help in me being able to teach this. GME, BABA, let's see. GME. No, BABA. Yep. Okay. So BABA closed the day yesterday, and the market's now open. BABA closed the day right here yesterday. Okay. It opened up here. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. No. Yeah, BABA closed the day right here, and it opened up here. So that is going to show a gap on the chart. So let's go back to the chart. Let's go to BABA. Come on. Come on. And you notice you have that gap that happened. So it's just the gap. It's the price between the, thank you for that, HP. That is the price between where it closed and where it opened. So gaps typically always fill. This one will absolutely come down. Cloudflare. Net. Yeah, you can short AMBEV, but it requires... damn. All right, net. So head and shoulders pattern. Holy mama. Look at this. Here's your head. Here's your shoulder. Here's your shoulder. And after that, boom. So you had... Here's another head and shoulders. Actually, you have head and shoulders with ugly faces going on. This is an ugly face pattern right in here. It's almost developing another head. Oh my goodness gracious. This thing's going to come back down. This is not going to be able to break through those two major moving averages with declining volume. And additionally, the last 3 days have been just pure selling volume. So yeah, that's going to be very difficult to do. Ralph Lauren. Why did we look at Ralph Lauren yesterday? Wasn't there something funky about it? Oh, that's right. It's just a cluster, you know what, of moving averages on top of each other. It can't break out. It tries to break out, it falls. It tries to go lower, it pulls back. So anytime this goes above the moving averages, it comes back to them. Anytime this goes below the moving averages pull them back towards it. They're like magnets. So Ralph Lauren is incredibly hard to trade. Thoughts on Rivian gap at $59? I don't know. I mean, you know what? I did a reaction video yesterday. I wouldn't even trade this. There's nothing to do. They don't even have a 100-day moving average. They barely have a 50-day moving average. I did a reaction video yesterday to my favorite YouTuber besides myself, Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD, 15.5 million subscribers. He reviews tech, excellent information, but he did a video on the problem with EV startups and EV orders. And it was a great video. I watched it. I texted Tim. I was like, Tim, we got to react to this. So I did a reaction to it. You guys are really going to enjoy it. And it's funny. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it because he's a person that comes out and is a super, super high-tech Tesla fanboy from a car perspective, not from a stock perspective. But he's all for all of these EV companies. And he came out and he's just like, guys, this is crazy. Don't invest in this crap. He even talked about Rivian. He's like, Rivian has a major uphill battle and they have backing from Ford and Amazon and the world and the Saudis. It's crazy. No, I'm sorry. Lucid is the Saudis. Fake news. Disney long-term. Where's my stochastic? There it is. All right, Disney long term. Again, hell of a run. Look at this run, $128 to a high of $144, and it's still a downtrend. It never even peaked into the sweet spot. Long term, you got a lot of gaps to fill, but I think this will probably come down. Don't forget this is incredibly susceptible to the rest of the market, and that will certainly happen. If you want to short it, though, if you get an engulfing candlestick down like this, that's perfect. You want to know why? Because below all four major moving averages at that point. So beautiful downtrend on the sweet spot. Excellent selling volume coming in below all four major moving averages. Yee. Who was that again? It was Marquez Brownlee, MKBHD. If anybody knows Marquez, shoot, have him. I'd love to talk to him. He's just he's just phenomenal. I really, really like him. He does excellent reviews of all tech. Anything that I want to know about something, like the backpack that I just bought for traveling, I went to MKBHD to find it because he reviews them. He reviews everything that's tech. It's awesome. Why did JP Morgan remove Apple from the focused list? So, Chris, my understanding, and I spent about 10 seconds looking at this. My understanding was they removed them from the focus list because they're not worried about them driving revenue and driving profit even into a recession. That was my understanding. It's kind of the worry list. We're worried about these companies list, and Apple was not on that list. So Tesla gets 253 interest free. Yep, that's exactly right. So Tony, you've obviously watched the video or you know what you're talking about. So guys, everybody, I don't know when that's coming out, but you're going to like it. What else do we have? Not Tesla. What is an ugly face? Oh, an ugly face. So an ugly face, what was that stock we were looking at? Which one was that one with ugly face patterns? Okay, so here's an ugly, it's not an ideal ugly face, but this is the concept of an ugly face. So an ugly face, you're really looking for, it kind of looks like a face. You kind of have like this. And then, so you get a little peak, you get a valley, then you get a recovery to the peak. And then right after that recovery happens, there's your ugly face that I just drew, and then boom. Usually what these can do when they're dramatic is it'll look like this, and then it goes below that low. It goes down there. So that's usually what ugly faces do when they're super dramatic. ATVI, big in the news. That guy, I guess this ATVI CEO, the one that is in trouble for the sexual misconduct or whatever it is, whatever caused this fall right in here, that was because of the CEO of ATVI. Now they're saying that he was doing something funny with Microsoft as far as options go before the deal happened. So yeah, that guy is not having a good year to year over. Yeah, not good. A kitten cries when Mo doesn't do the flippity flop at the end. Well, okay, I'll do the flippity flop. AbbVie is part of the Employed Trader series. Watches of Switzerland, WOSG. All right. This should be at $1 billion because watches are so expensive and so rare right now. You can't even find any. Anyways. It's hovering. So even though this thing dipped below the 200, it pulled right back up to it. So this is hovering the 200. I would just pay. I mean, if you want to short this thing, it's going to be real quick. But pay attention over here. But again, even after from 920 to 1240, it's still not an uptrend. See if the trend can happen, but I would pay attention. Volume is a problem. Any makeup company susceptible to the ugly face pattern? Why don't we look at Ulta? Ulta Beauty. So here you go. So Richard, I think, asked me the question. Here's a stereotypical ugly face pattern. Can you say stereotype anymore? Stereotypical ugly face pattern. Here's your eyes. Here's your mouth. So it peaked up, troughed, peaked up, boom. That's what happens. So You're actually kind of getting another one right here. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little more widespread. Comes down, kind of creates this little valley, comes back up, and then boom, this thing can certainly go down here. So good question, and there is a good example. Matt Jones with the comedy, and it worked. Lulu Limon. So again, what do we have here? We had a big run up on earnings. The volume has clearly died as of yesterday. It ran right into the 100-day moving average, 200-day moving average. I said those backwards, and it falls right back down. Not only that, but we have flagpole, come back down. This thing's come back down to 311, 313, somewhere in that range. So get your oven mitts ready to go short. Actually, to be honest with you, if you get an engulfing candlestick today like this, you can go ahead and short that as long as the yellow line is in the sweet spot. Walgreens has no resistance. What do you mean Walgreens has no resistance? Walgreens boots. Walgreens is holding up a very strong support level right here. Let me option R this. Walgreens has a very strong support level right here at 43.75. Outside of that, though, I see what you're seeing. There is nothing in here. So this thing can fall below. It'll probably go to 37 bucks. This is going to change. This is looking pretty rough. So, yikes. Hans. Good joke. 281-330-8004. Do you want to look at the airlines? No, but I can. I'm just kidding. UAL. Again, same situation. United Airlines. $31 to $46, and your trend has not really changed, and you barely have a trap door closed. And you're trying to break through basically 4 moving averages right here with volume that's barely half. Forget it. This thing's going to fall right back down. I'm sure this. Plus, there's a gap, flagpole. Come on. Let's go. Let's look at Delta. Same thing. Look at this. I don't even have to look at this. Circle the volume. I don't even need to draw anything. Let's go to Spirit. Same thing except worse, but it's cheaper, so don't worry. Okay, let's go to Love. I bet this looks similar, running in up to these moving averages. Volume half. I don't even need to draw anything. And what's the last? What's one more? It's JetBlue. JBlue. Look at that. It's uncanny. Literally uncanny. Volume. I don't even need to draw anything anymore. I could just pull up an entire industry and it's all going to be the same thing. It's unbelievable. If I'm in Walgreens, I should sell, right? Well, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but American Airlines, let's see what we got. AAL, same thing, running into the moving averages, flag polling-ish, volume is half, no bueno. Micron, what time is it? Oh, snap, it's already 9:41. All right. Ugly face, here we go. Richard, here's your eyes, here's your face. Boom, falls right back down. That is an ugly face pattern for you. And this ugly face actually fell below all 4 major moving averages. So this is going to be very difficult to push that right back up there. That is a interesting looking signal. Okay, HD. I'll do 2 more. I'll do HD and I'll do 1 more after that. Little bonus me for, oh, here you go again. Richard, look at this. Here's your ugly face. There's the face, and then boom, boom, boom. These patterns are for real. And yes, I'm playing Monday morning quarterback here, but you guys can see these developing. We've talked about it so much in the Bid and Ask Nation this week. What I'm looking at so here's a developing kind of head and shoulders pattern. Here's your head. There's your one shoulder. If this peaks up right here and stops at about this 330 point, that thing is going to fall even further because that's going to be a head and shoulders pattern right there. So you can see these things starting to develop. I would be seeing this and I would say, okay, we got to fall. Now we're starting to get a little recovery. So right around here, I would be saying, all right, we're starting to see that head and shoulders. I mean, ugly face. I want to see if the other eyeball stops right there. And it certainly did. And it certainly fell right after that. So boom, boom, boom. Guys, smash the like button. Don't forget. What else do we have? What's the difference between ugly face and a head and shoulders? They seem similar. They are similar. The reaction is similar, but they set up differently. The reaction is similar, but they set up differently. That's really what it comes down to. It comes down to you're going to get a big fall in price. So AMD, please. AMD's nuts. AMD. Here's another ugly face pattern forming. So this will likely do the same thing. This will probably go boom, boom down to $85, especially because it's below all 4 major moving averages. Not average selling volume plus, look at that, a lot of selling volume coming in the last 2 days. So, yikes. I can't believe how much body shaming is going on right now. Dude, you're not kidding. I feel like I'm offending myself and the entire world when I say ugly face pattern and head and shoulders pattern. Especially if the head and shoulders is rather wide. Forget it. Canceled. Short GME. So I'm not even going to waste my time putting that up here. I'm going to put it over here on a day trading chart. Okay. So for those of you that are not in the, for those of you that are in the bid and ask, I'm going to be going on and doing a day trading today at probably 10:20 to 10:25 Eastern time. I have a call at 10 o'clock that I need to do that will benefit the day traders potentially. So I'm going to be a little bit late, but I will alert you when I'm signing on. But GME, if you're not a day trader, what we're looking for here is this red line to get into below 20%, which is the sweet spot. So if we get an engulfing candlestick like so, or this thing keeps pushing down with great volume, that is perfecto. All right, what else do we have? Ugly face is face shaming, not body shaming. Touche. Damn, this is a long morning show. What more do you want? Mo, today you are on form, learning lots. Enjoy your week in Mexico. Thanks. All right, guys, let's see. VMware. I said I was gonna do 2 more like 10 ago. VMW. All right. VMware, big gap down. Oh my goodness. So this one's a stretch, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. So you could say this was an ugly face pattern and the fall happened, but this was a gap that occurred that caused it. So it's a stretch. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't really a quintessential ugly face pattern, but let's see what happens. This thing's below all 4 major moving averages. Lots of selling volume coming in. The trend is not good, even though it's gone from $107 to $120 a share in a matter of 2 weeks. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Enjoy Mexico. Don't drink the water. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. GME announced a possible stock split. Yeah, I heard that one. Play some golf. There's no really good golf in Mexico, so I'm not going to play. The one golf course by our house, I might as well go and pick you know what I might as well do? I might as well go to a field with cow poop all over the place and weeds everywhere, or just dirt, and play the golf. That's the golf course that is closest to our house in Mexico. Mo is going all in on ARK for April Fools. It's actually a pretty good April Fool's joke. I like that one. QS, QuantumScape. Yikes. Nothing. Here's your stock Mo pricing. Here's your Jim Cramer pricing, and here's your real price. So that's actually pretty good. Pat myself on the back for that one. All right. So this is not going to make it through these moving averages with declining volume as per usual. Plus, this thing has gone from basically $11 to $20. We basically doubled the price in a matter of 2 weeks of trading, and look where your stochastic is. Want to know why? Volume. So yikes. Just be careful with that one. I wouldn't touch this thing unless you want to day trade it. Go make some money on it. CL, what's CL? CL is crude futures of oil. Oh, they're getting beat down because of the reserve stuff, right? Just wait until we realize that the reserves aren't going to help and the Saudis this is what's going to happen. The Saudis are going to say, oh, you're just going to get rid of your reserves? I mean, you're just going to start using your reserves? Cool. Instead of 432,000 barrels of oil per day, we're just going to cut that to 225 since you solved it yourself. Good luck. Then oil is going to skyrocket. That's what's going to happen. Oh, but this is not oil. This is Colgate Palmolive. So I don't know. I just went on an oil tangent. All right. Ugly face pattern formed and this thing is going to probably, you see that here, Richard, it fell below that level. Richard, are you in the Bid and Ask Nation? Because you are certainly asking all the right questions. You should be in the Bid and Ask. And if you are, what's your username in there? The problem is people have different usernames on YouTube than in the Bid and Ask, and I can't remember who's who. Thanks for all the learning. You're welcome. Do you recommend to learn futures? It's up to you. I'd rather momentum trade them. Do you think that Crashy Wood and Jim Cramer are secret lovers? It's very possible. Tesla. Tell Seth and Paul that you're rethinking the Tesla stock today. Look at this. This is unbelievable. It really is. It's really unbelievable. So, okay, here's the deal, guys. So this had to go from $757.51 to $1,114 for this thing to even get a sniff at the sweet spot. It's still not there because it's still pulled back, and it had to be a massive flagpole. It's still not there. Yellow line is still not in the sweet spot. Red is still not confirmed. You got to be in for 3 days, and it still hasn't happened. Now you have declining volume. I bet you this falls, unless something crazy happens, I bet you this falls below the 100-day moving average. So I would use my real name. If I use my real name, I have to tone down my comments. Then please don't use your real name. Yeah, Richard, you need to join. Do you trade Forex? I do not. My Tesla is running out of gas. It absolutely is. Why are people rethinking the Microsoft model? I feel like people are copying the Microsoft model. They're saying we need to subscription. That's what people are doing. Facebook. Whoops. Wait, where did I just type that? Oops. Facebook, more like fake book. All right. So this thing went from $185 to $230, and we are still not even close to an uptrend. So volume is starting to fall, bouncing off the 50-day moving average, starting to fall back down. This thing will more likely than not go down to this 185 number, but it'll certainly go down to this 210 to 205 number. Offers. Oh, Eric, I just got that. My bad. You're right. That was a good one. That was one of the best episodes. I love when he walks in there and he just takes the book and just rips it in half. You don't need books. I know that books are expensive. SNBR. Sleep number. Yikes. Downtrend. All right. Give me one more, and for real, one more. And I'm going to get out of here because I got to open up this Zoom call. One more stock. And smash the like button on your way out. Please. Pretty please. All right. Maybe I'll just pick it myself since nobody's typing anything. What stock should we do? KBH. Oh, KBH. KB Homes. That's a good one. Thank you. Yikes. Big downtrend. It's going to roll with housing. It's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to roll with housing. This is when COVID happened. People get scared. It's actually at pre-COVID levels right now. So where can it go from here? If we go into any type of recession, boom. Goodbye. You're gonna have a hell of a time with KBH, but that's why we learn to short. So if you want to learn to short, come join the Bid and Ask Nation. I'll see you guys. Sometime I'll pop in randomly next week and we'll do stuff. Of course, I'll be in the chat. Of course, I'll keep talking to everybody in the Bid and Ask. But that's it. Everybody have a wonderful day. You guys have a good one. Have a good weekend. Hopefully it's warmer. I will catch you on the flippity flop.